All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory, to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation unto the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and faith and in sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. This lesson is going to be entitled A Quick Example of being a visionary. Now, this is inspired by, the Apostle Gabar's lesson when he went into how important it was to be a visionary. And, he got some examples, as well. All right. And it's important for us to be able to see, all of the things that we prophesy about happening. We got to see these things, before, it actually happens. All right, we got to believe that it will happen. All right, because we are prophesying. When you prophesying, you're basically speaking of things that, that have not yet happened. And you have to believe that vision. All right, if you're prophesying about it, because what sense does that make to be a prophet and prophesying of future things and you don't even believe that those future things, will come to pass? All right, it's like basically kind of like a contradiction. All right, so if you don't believe in the prophecies, you don't believe the things that the Most High said, right? Then you won't have the motivation to do anything. You won't have the motivation or the discipline, right, to be, how you need to be, right, the mindset that you need to have, right? You won't, like I said, you won't be motivated or really just care about anything because you don't even believe that it will happen, right? And it will show in your actions on how you're moving, right, down here, right, on the planet Earth, wherever you may be. Right, these things will show up in your actions and in your mindset. Okay, so it's important to be a visionary, to see the vision and to believe it. So this is just something quick, because I gotta clock in real soon. I'll start work real soon. All right, so this is Proverbs 29:18. It says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he." So it says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So if you don't have a vision, if you don't see it, right, if you don't believe it, right, then ultimately, right, you're gonna be in a bad situation, right? Because if you don't have faith, when things come upon you, you're out of here. When any tribulation comes, you're out, right? Like Matthew the 13th chapter, when it speaks about the man, he received joy immediately, right, when he heard the word. But when tribulation came, what happened? He couldn't take it, right? He got offended by whatever happened, right? Then he got out of here, right? He fell off. Because why? He really didn't see the vision. Because if you really see the vision and you really believe the things that are going to come to pass, right, you'll be able to withstand that. You'll be able to have that motivation, that drive, that resilience to get through whatever situation that comes upon you. Okay, so that's why it's important, right, to know your why, right? Why are you in this thing? Why are you in this truth, right? We all are here, for salvation, right? We all are here for the kingdom of heaven. But you got to believe that those things will happen. You got to believe that the kingdom will come. And those things, all right, will get you through tribulation. Because in your mind, this is what you want to accomplish. And nothing is worth losing that. All right, but if you don't have that vision, if you don't have that belief, if you don't have that strong faith, right, you're just going to fall off. You're not going to be rooted in this truth. All right. Scriptures speak about being steadfast and unmovable. If you don't have a vision, that won't be you. All right. Now, let's get Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, right? So faith is hoping for something that you don't see. We don't see it, right, with, our carnal eyes, right? But we see it with our spiritual eyes. We see things happening because we're paying attention to the prophecy. We're reading the scriptures and we see the signs that the Lord is giving us. And we know these things are going to happen. We know that the Lord is going to return and come back on chariots, right? Because we believe it. We know the Lord existed. We know the things that's written in the scriptures actually happened. All right. That's why when you are reading, you're supposed to be picturing these things in your mind. You might extrapolate, oh man, I wonder what happened if he did this, or I wonder if it happened like this. I wonder how he looked, or what was his mindset when it, whatever, right? Or picturing the return of Yahushua, how it's gonna look, man, what's gonna be going on, or what the kingdom's gonna be like, man. Hey, what you think we gonna do the first day? Or bro, that's you seeing the vision. You're thinking, you're looking into the future, and you're thinking about a situation that you believe and know that is going to happen, right? Because you already got in your mind the things that we're going to be doing in the kingdom. Oh, man, I'm going to be doing this, man. Hey, man, this and that going to be going on, man. This and that. You're seeing a vision, right? Or just going into prophecies, right? The destruction, of Babylon the Great, right, which is America, right? You going into the prophecies and hey, you see these things happening. You like, man, nah, man, this is gonna happen. You just looking at the news like, damn, man, we getting close, man. Hey, the prophecy in Revelation, man, this is about you seeing the vision, right? Because you are like the scriptures say about what is it? Measuring the times, all right, diligent in itself. And when you're measuring the times, you're comparing the thing that's going on in this world to the scriptures, right? Because you see the vision. This is Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So it is without that faith, without that vision, it is impossible for you to please the Most High. All right? Because you got to believe that he's going to come through on everything that he said. You got to see it happening. When you pray, you got to believe in that. You got to believe that the Lord will come through on that. You got to see it happening. So as you can see, being a visionary is important. Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High things not as seen yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith. All right, so Noah being warned of the flood, he didn't see that, right? Because rain never had happened. All right, the Most High watered the ground, right, with the dew. So this was something that was unknown, but the Most High told Noah these things, and Noah believed in that and seen that, right, had that vision, and moved in fear and did what the Most High told him to do. That's why I said he condemned the world. Like, bro, fuck this shit, man. This is about to get destroyed. This is what I need to do. He had his mind set on salvation, right, from a particular judgment that the Lord told him was going to come, right, that no one has ever seen happen on the planet Earth at that time. But he's seen the vision, right, and he became the heir of righteousness because of his faith. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. So the Lord promised him, basically the land of Israel, all right? And he told him to leave his father, right, and journey to this place. And he didn't know any, he said he went out not knowing whither he went. So because he wasn't familiar with them parts, right, being over there and all. But he left. He was like, man, whatever, man. The Lord came to me, man. He said, he going to give me this and that, man. Hey, bro, I'm gone. All right. Believed in it and he seen it. All right. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob and the heirs of him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is the Most High, right? So the Lord promised him many things, like I said, the kingdom of heaven, right? But ultimately, it's the land of Israel and his seed being set up in that land, right? That was the inheritance that was promised to him, right? And it's gonna be completely, fulfilled in the kingdom of heaven, okay? But he was promised these things, and this was his motivation. This was his drive. All right. It says, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because he judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. Right? So it says, therefore sprang there even of one, even as him as good as dead, because Abraham was up in age. Right? He was 100 years old. Right? When Isaac came, because Isaac, was the chosen seed, not Ishmael, because you had Ishmael, which was his first son. Right? But the Lord said, hey, you're going to have all of these children. Is your seed going to be as the multitude of the stars, as the sands of the sea, right? And he, according to his body and his flesh, it was an impossible thing. But that's why when you go to Romans 4 and 18, it says, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be. So he said, who against hope believed in hope. So he knew about his fleshly conditions and his carnal condition, and how he wasn't, able, to have, and produce all these kids, or even have kids, right? And he believed against that because the Lord told him something that was going to happen, right? So he didn't look at that. He seen what the Lord said. He seen that vision and believed in that. Okay, so like I said, it's just a quick examples of being a visionary. Right? You gotta believe in these things that we talk about, right? And be motivated by these things, right? Day in and day out, right? To do the things that's required of us. All right. Gotta always keep these things in our minds. But that's the lesson. Hey, with that, I'm